The city of Kupiansk is just about 25 miles from the Russian border. A strategic city in the Kharkiv region, it had been captured by the invading Russian forces in the initial days of the war. Before, it was retaken by the Ukrainian forces in September last year. From the reports that are now coming in from the battle lines, Kupiansk has again become the focus of Russia's assault. The city's residents are bracing themselves for a possible second occupation from the Russians. After 2 months of a sluggish counteroffensive, what has become clear is that Ukraine has failed to make any major inroads into the Russian defences. The Crimean peninsula and the eastern front lines had been the major theatre of combat. But the focus point of the fighting is now beginning to shift again. The Russian soldiers are on the move. Moscow claims to have captured the Movchanovy railway station in the northeastern Kharkiv region, while Kiev has ordered for mandatory evacuations from at least 37 settlements in Kharkiv. What is being witnessed is a concerted attempt by Russia to punch through the Ukrainian flank in the northeast, at a time when Kiev has focused a large part of its resources towards the Crimean peninsula and the eastern front lines.
The units of Western Task Force continued their successful offensive within their area of responsibility on Kupiansk axis. Within 24 hours, the Russian troops advanced more than 1 kilometer in depth and up to 2 kilometers in width. The attacking units have seized Movchanovy railway station in Kharkiv region.
At the beginning of this war, Kupiansk was under Russian occupation for over 6 months, before the Ukrainian soldiers, with the help of Western weapons, overran the Russian positions in Kharkiv in a lightning strike. Kupiansk is a major railway hub with 5 intersecting lines, one of which leads directly into Russia, and its strategic importance cannot be overemphasized. Capturing Kupiansk for Russia will be a major boost, as this was a city that Ukraine had liberated just 11 months ago. On the 5th of August, Russia claimed to have captured the village of Novoselivsky, and this is what now remains of the village. On the 11th of August, Ukraine declared a nationwide air alert as air sirens rang out over Kiev, while the city of Pokrovsk, which has witnessed repeated missile strikes, reported 8 fatalities. Most of the people killed were sitting inside the safety of their homes when the missile struck. So while the common people suffer, the politicians are busy pushing the next pawn on the chessboard. The fear that the Ukraine war can spill way beyond the borders of Ukraine is very real. To counter the Wagner mercenaries who are now training along the Belarusian-Polish border, Poland has now begun to pump in over 10,000 troops to support their border guards.
We have to be ready for any scenario on the Poland-Belarus border. We do not exclude any, and that is why we decided to move the army closer to the border with Belarus to strengthen the border and to scare away the aggressor. That's what we mean, to scare away the aggressor so that the aggressor does not dare to attack Poland.
But this is little solace to the people who are just 3 miles inside of the Polish border.
I have a son in the army. He is in the military. I'm worried about him. I have grandchildren. I have a disabled husband. I'm afraid most of all for them, because I can handle it myself. But it's them that I'm most afraid for.
The expanding frontiers of NATO is what Russia claims precipitated this war. And what no one can even now predict is when this war by proxy will turn into a direct full-scale confrontation between Russia and the NATO military alliance.